People cannot put all the blame on Sashi Brown. You cannot put all the blame on Sashi Brown. You have to give Hugh Jackson some credit. You have to give him some responsibility. Because it's not all Sashi Brown's fault. You telling me that in the last 2 years in Berea that you had no input of this offense, no input of this draft picks, no input of defense, and Sashi Brown is the one. Sashi Brown is the one who take all the blame? No. I don't agree with that. I highly disagree with that. If we're going to get credit to Hugh Jackson with the good picks that he made, let's hold him accountable for the bad things and the bad picks that he made. Every quarterback that he drafted and he picked, he said that wasn't his quarterback. But then he came out and said, trust me on Cody Kessler. And we trusted him, and what did Cody Kessler do? Nothing. So that's what I'm trying to say, people. You can fool me once, but you ain't going to fool me twice. And the Haslam is really, I understand what the Haslam is doing because of the history of the Browns. Because they're trying to build some stability and structure. But there's no reason you go 1-31. But I understand it. Because you want your rookie quarterback to have some stability in the front office. But at the end of the day, we got to remember it's 1-31. So in order, unless the Browns make the playoffs, I don't think Hugh Jackson is the Browns head coach next year. Because you got to think about it. Even with Baker Mayfield, even with us winning games, yeah, he developing, but can he take us to that next level? I don't think so. And I just don't see it. I just don't see it in Hugh Jackson. I just don't see him as our head coach next year. I really don't. And remember this. John Dorsey did not choose Hugh Jackson. John Dorsey has the keys to this franchise. So Hugh Jackson is being evaluated as we speaking. So remember that, people. Remember that. Remember that. He's not in the hot seat. He's in the burning seat. And it's just unexcusable to go 1-31. And at first I was saying, okay, give him a chance, but I had to sit down and think about that. He have to make the playoffs in order to save his job, in my honest opinion. I might be wrong, but I might be wrong, but I think I'm right. Now we're gonna get into the Browns should easily be 4-0. Easily be 4-0. Easily be 4-0. And it's the first time in years that we can say the Browns should be 4-0. That's a great thing, people. That's a great thing. We should be 4-0. You look back at the home opener. Pittsburgh, 6 turnovers. 6 turnovers. Then we down 21-7 and still fought back. And that's what I mean. Our culture changed. Fought back. Had plenty of opportunities, but just didn't cash through. A tie is a loss to me, but when you're a Cleveland Browns fan, we can take that because we've been losing for the past decade. You don't think the Steelers walked out of First Energy Stadium mad? Damn right they did. But the Browns should even been even madder because they had that game. They had that game. Now you go down there in New Orleans. Drew Brees, Hall of Fame quarterback, in his house. In the dome. Held him to 240 yards passing. Guess what, people? The Browns is the team that Drew Brees don't like. He got the lowest quarterback rating against any team is the Cleveland Browns. He don't like going against the Cleveland Browns, people. He don't like going against them. The Browns got him numbered. And so we go down there, held him to 240 yards passing, and Mike Brown and Kamara, they do their thing, but we still had the opportunity to win a football game. That's amazing. That's amazing. Our kicker missed 4 field goals. 4 field goals. That's very, very unacceptable. But for us to hold this high-powered Saints offense to 240 yards passing and still have the opportunity to win the game in New Orleans, that's a great thing. Then you go to Thursday night was a classic, everybody. I was down there. And it was a classic. It was a classic. Man, that stadium was on 1,000. It was like in 95, back in the 90s when the Browns was competing for divisional titles and going to the playoffs. When you see Eric Metcalf run back 2 punt returns, that's how it felt. The energy in that stadium when Baker Mayfield came in the game was amazing. Nothing like it. I never seen nothing like it. Fans happy, everybody clapping, we loving each other, the stadium rocking, we on national TV, Thursday night football, and it can't get no better than that. And Baker Mayfield leading his team back from a 14-point deficit. The script was written for Baker Mayfield in Cleveland that night. Not let alone he going against the 3rd pick in the draft. Sam Darnold, you don't think Baker Mayfield was hyped for that opportunity? He was ready. So get credit to what credit is due. Baker Mayfield was ready, and he had the stadium on fire. I never seen First Energy Stadium like that. That was pretty cool. That was amazing, actually. I loved it. And to come back and win that game after being down 14-0, that shows a lot of heart in these Cleveland Browns because they could have easily gave up. So we get our first win. The stadium going crazy. Everybody happy, high-fiving, loving each other. And not only that, with the bars, they got to give free beer out. Even though I'm not a fan of beer, but it was just the point that the Browns won. So we got that win out the way. We going into Oakland. We so excited. And we let one slip away. A heartbreaking loss like that slip away. And I know people want to blame the defense. But I don't care who you is, what kind of defense you got. If your defense is on the field for too long, you're going to lose. History tells you that. You got to keep your defense off the field. So people want to say, we got a hell of a defense. Myles Garrett played a hell of a game. Randall playing hurt. The loss of Brandon Mitchell is going to hurt us big time. But we got to find a way to come together and the next man up. But think about it. We going into the black hole, which is a tough environment, which Oakland is not a good team, but this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, you capable of losing any given Sunday. So I don't want to hear that. And we should have won that game. So we should easily be 4-0 this Sunday going against the Baltimore Ravens. We ain't said that in years. And years. And years. So that's a great thing. But here's what our record is, and that's 1-2-1. So, but to have that being said, that is a great thing. That means we turning the corner. We almost there. Like Jarvis Landry said, we almost there. We almost there. Now, the Ravens come into town, and this is a good ball game. This is a good ball club. I didn't have them going anywhere this season, but Joe Flacco, he looked refreshed. His arm stronger. He more relaxed. He got some wide receivers around him. Even though their running game has not even been up to par to how it usually is, they still 3-1. This is a tough team. And Baltimore always has a good defense. C.J. Mosley, Terrell Suggs, Jimmy Smith, Eric Whittles. So the Browns got their hands full. Harrison got his hands full going against Lee Suggs. That's a matchup I'm going to be looking at. But Baker Mayfield, this is going to be a test because this Baltimore defense is for real. This team is for real. Baltimore defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator playing the reverse psychology game, which I hope Baker Mayfield is not listening to, trying to pump his head up saying he could be the next John Elway and Brett Favre. That's how you do a rookie. You pump his head up, but I think Baker Mayfield is smarter than that to know that don't get too high, don't get too low. Stay evenly killed. Because I think that's speaking too much off a game and a half of starting saying he could be the next John Elway or Brett Favre. So I just think at the end of the day, we have to win this game by ball control. We have to control the ball, keep our defense off the field, and force Baltimore into turning the ball over. We got to turn the ball over. We got to continue to get turnovers. Continue to run the football and control the clock. Because this Baltimore defense is for real, and they got weapons on offense too. So as long as we can maintain them and our offense stays on the field more than our defense, we have a good chance of winning this ball game. That's the only chance we have. I mean, that's the only how we gonna win this game. Is control the clock, control the possessions, move the chains. We got talent everywhere. Receivers catch the football. I think Baker Mayfield, you're gonna see a different Baker Mayfield. He's gonna be more confident because he's at home. And I know he looked at the film. And you're not going to see them same mistakes. I don't think so. So, I give the Browns a great chance of winning this ball game. But it's not going to be easy. Those are my keys to the game. Coming up next, we're going to talk about the MLB playoffs. We're going to talk some Cleveland Indians. This is a do-or-die year for them. You don't want to miss what I got to say about them. Stay tuned to Disputed Sports. Don't go anywhere. Back in a minute.